Hi guys, welcome to Unit 3, Lesson 1, where we're going to be talking about solving systems by graphing and substitution. And so you guys are awesome at graphing already, so we're going to just graph each line here, and we're going to see where they come together. And where they come together, that's going to be our solution. So I'm going to start by graphing this first one. I'm going to go, this is 3 over 1, so I'm going to go up 1, 2, 3 over 1. 1, 2, 3 over 1. So I like to get several points on here, so just in case I need them, and I'll kind of explain more here in a second. Okay, so that's our first one. Our second one, it really helps to do it in different colors. If you have a different color, that'd be great. So this one, I'm going to go down 1 over 1. And as soon as I see where those points meet up, then I'm done. So I'm just going to make my other line. Oh, that looks terrible. Okay, and so where they come together at the right coordinate point, that is going to be called the solution to our system. So let's see. So we're at 1, 1, 2, 3, 4. So 1, 4 is our solution. So if we wanted to look at this algebraically, if I plugged in 1 here, do you see how that would give me an answer of 4? And if I plugged in 1 here, that would also give me an answer of 4. So we're just kind of showing it graphically, what we could also prove algebraically, and we'll see that more here in a second. Okay, so I'm going to go ahead. This is in a different form, so I'm going to go ahead and graph that. So I'm going to subtract 2x from both sides. And so I'm going to get y is equal to negative 2x plus 2. And I'm going to go ahead and graph that. And again, this one, I like to put a lot more just in case I need it. Okay, so I'll do those points. Draw my line. Okay, and then this one, let's see, I'm going to subtract x from both sides. And then go ahead and graph that. So they meet right here. And so our solution is going to be 1, 0. And again, you can always check it algebraically like I taught you. So let's see, negative 1 plus 1 is 0. And then if I went up here, let's see, negative 2 plus 2 is 0. So we know we got the right answer. Okay, so let's do this one. So I am going to subtract x from both sides. And then notice how this y is still negative. So I'm going to change all the signs. So this first one, I'm going to say y is equal to x minus 3. I'm going to start here, and I'm going to go up 1 over 1, up 1 over 1, 1. So again, I kind of overdo it with the dots. Okay, and then this one, let's see, I'm going to subtract x. And then divide by 2. I'm going to go up 3 and then go down 1 over 2. Down 1 over 2. Oh, right there. Okay. So let's see, what is our solution here? It looks like 4, 1. And again, if I'm not sure, I didn't do a great job about graphing, I'm going to just go ahead and double check it. So you could plug it in wherever you want it. So I could plug it in here. So 4 minus 1 is 3. That works. And then 4 plus 2 is 6. Yes, so I know 100% that that's the correct answer. Okay, let's go to the next page. And here we're going to be talking about solving by substitution. I call this the blob method because what's going to happen is this blob is going to totally cover up either X or Y. It's going to totally take it over. And so I'll kind of explain what I mean here. Okay, so right here, do you see how Y is equal to 2X? So this 2X is totally going to blob over this, so that Y is not going to be there anymore. We're just going to replace that with 2X. So I'm just going to rewrite this as 5X minus 2X is equal to 3. And then I'm just going to solve it algebraically. So if graphing is not your strength, this might be a better way to go. Okay, so once you have the X, then I have to figure out what the Y is. So again, just like in our last solutions, notice it's like an actual coordinate point. That's very important. So I'm going to plug in X anywhere. Usually the place where like you use to substitute is the best place to plug it in. And not because the other ones are going to give you a wrong answer. It's just the easiest place. So if you'll notice here, all I have to do is take 1 times 2, and 2 is going to be my Y value. And again, if I went back and I plugged in 1 here, that's 5 minus 2, that equals 3. So see, it still is going to work either way. Okay, let's do one a little bit more complicated. So this is going to blob over this. So when you have a situation like this with 2 terms, you're just going to have to put parentheses there. So it's going to look like 15x minus 5 times 2x plus 3 is equal to 30. And then I'm just going to distribute that 5. And then I'm just going to combine like terms. So I can combine those. And then I'm going to add the 15 over. And so I get x is equal to 9. Okay, so I know that it's going to be 9 something. And so what I'm going to do is I'm going to plug in 9 right there. So 9 times 2 is 18, and 18 plus 3 is 21. So 9 comma 21 is going to be my answer. Okay, so what if I have a situation where I don't have a variable by itself? And notice, guys, this does not have to be a y. This could be an x. That's totally fine too. We'll talk about that later. Okay, so what I'm going to do if a variable is not by itself, I'm going to look for one of these that has a variable by itself. So for instance, this y is kind of alone here. So what I'm going to do is I'm going to solve for him. That's the easiest way to go. So I'm going to subtract 3x from both sides. And so I'm going to say y equals 4 minus 3x, or negative 3x plus 4. It doesn't matter. Okay, so now I can take this and blob it in for y right here. So this is the form that I want it in, this form right there. Okay, so again, don't forget, we want parentheses around this. So we're going to say 5x minus 7 times 4 minus 3x is equal to 11, and then just do the algebra stuff, like distribute that negative 7. That is not an Xer. And then combine like terms. And I am going to add 28. And so I get 39. And I'm going to divide by 26. Okay, so when I do that, it's going to give me a fraction, totally fine. We want to simplify that. And so if you type that in your calculator, you end up with x equals 3/2. And that's fine. That's not too big of a deal. So I know that my x coordinate is 3/2. And then I'm going to come up here and plug it in right here. And I end up getting negative 1/2 for my y. Oops. And so this is my final answer. So you will sometimes have answers that are fractions. That's pretty normal, and that's not bad. Okay, so just like we did over here where we're trying to find the single one, I see that this guy is single, and that's okay that it's an X. Like I said before, it doesn't matter. I know it kind of feels weird. But this is what I'm going to blob in for this X here. So that X goes away, and I'm going to put parentheses around it. So I'm going to say 6 times 4 minus 3y minus 2y is equal to 11. And then I'm going to distribute the 6. And then I'm going to subtract. And then subtract that 24 over. Ugh, this is going to be a yucky one. And since 13 is prime, we can't simplify it at all. So I'm just going to have y is equal to 13 over 20. Okay, now I need to go in and plug this in for y, and I'm going to plug it in right here. That's the easiest place. You can plug it in wherever. So I'm going to say 4 minus 3 times 13 over 20, and I end up getting 41 over 20, and that's going to be my x. So I'm going to put this together. So my final answer is going to be 41 over 20, comma 13 over 20. So make sure you're always doing x, then y. And that's it, guys.